I'm Zoe Sipes. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be doing a yoga practice, and the focus for today is going to be creating a lot of space in the upper body, partly to help us feel like we can breathe and feel a little bit easier, more relaxed in the shoulders as well. And one of the themes, I guess, for this week is connection and togetherness. So I'd like to begin by chanting for you. This is a chant the group I train with, or I've learned yoga from, calls it the Sahana chant. I've also heard it or seen it referred to as the togetherness chant. And we chant it together as a group before classes and trainings, anytime we come together. The meaning of the words is something like, may we gather together in a safe place. May our gathering be fruitful. May we work in harmony together. So some nice things to kind of reflect on. But as I chant this, I just want you to find a comfortable position to sit in. You can have your eyes closed and just let the sound go through you. You don't need to know what the words mean. Just let the sound pass through. So go ahead and close your eyes, take a few easy breaths. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinhavadhitamastu Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With your eyes still closed, take a moment to feel your breath. So you're probably breathing in and out through your nose. You might feel some movement in your body even. Maybe your chest rises and falls. Maybe your belly expands and contracts. Bring your attention to wherever you feel the movement of your breath, wherever that's happening for you. And over the next few breaths, just feel this pattern. Feel how it kind of continues. It has its own, almost like a wave, where it comes and it goes at its own pace. We're going to do a simple arm movement. I want you to bring both hands over the center of your upper chest. So one hand over the other, right on top of the sternum. See if you can feel your breath moving in this space. Each time you breathe in, you might feel the space lift upward. Each time you breathe out, you feel it sink down. As you feel this movement in your breath, I'd like you to imagine that the movement is beginning at the very center of you. So deep within you, as you breathe in, this expanding or lifting movement starts at the very center of you and it moves out. And it ends by lifting the chest and the arms. And then as you exhale, there's something at the very center of you that pulls back in and gradually the chest sinks. So just taking a few breaths this way, imagining that the movement you feel from your breath is coming from the very center of you. And then see if you can keep that sensation with that feeling of breathing. And then as you inhale, you'll take your arms out to the side, some amount, doesn't need to be far. And as you exhale, you'll bring your arms back toward the center of your chest. And you'll do this a few more times. You'll breathe in, you feel the breath start at the very center. As it expands, your arms expand with it. And as you breathe out and the breath draws back toward the middle, your hands follow that. Keep moving this way a few more times. See if you can let the breath begin just before your movement. So you feel your breath start, you feel this movement happening on the inside, and then the arms kind of join in with it and carry along with it. And you feel the exhale begin, you feel that drawing inward start, and your arms come back. Do 2 more like that. Feeling your breath begin, and again, always breathing at your own pace. It's almost like your movement flows from the breath. Do 1 more that way. After this one, you can let your hands stay at your chest or in your lap and just take a free breath. You're checking in, noticing how you feel. And we're going to move to a standing position. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. You'll need enough space around you that you can fold forward comfortably with your arms extended. So some space out in front of you. But first we'll just stand. So standing in a comfortable position, your feet are probably something like hip width apart. Let's come back here. You can have your eyes closed again. And bring your hands back to the center of the chest. See if you can reconnect with that feeling of the breath. So as you inhale, you feel the breath starting at the very center. You feel it expanding. You feel the chest lift. As you exhale, there's almost a drawing inward that happens right in the middle, and it draws the chest back down. Good. Keep this breath. Relax your hands down by your sides. You're going to do a subtle movement here. It's not going to be a huge movement for the shoulders. You can open your eyes if you feel like you need to see. But as you inhale and you feel the chest lift and expand, I want you to turn the palms forward very slowly and subtly. And as you exhale, you'll let the hands relax again by your sides. Do that a couple more times. You'll breathe in, you'll feel the chest start to lift. You'll turn the palms forward. And then as you breathe out, you'll bring your hands back towards your sides as the chest sinks and the breath leaves. Continue that way with your own breath. And each time you inhale, you're sort of creating some space across the upper body, the front and the back. We'll turn to the side as you breathe in and you're turning the palms forward. You're not pulling the shoulders back. They're staying fairly neutral. But the chest lifts, the upper back might lift as well. And then as you exhale and let your hands come back down, sort of a softening as your chest sinks and the shoulders relax. Do 1 more just like that. And following your own breath. We're going to add on to this movement. So one arm is going to continue that, and the other arm is going to reach upward. And we're creating a lot of space diagonally from hand to hand. So as you breathe in, you'll turn one hand forward as the other hand lifts up. And as you breathe out, you'll let the hands come back down and relax. On the other side, you'll breathe in, the opposite arm lifts, the other arm turns forward. And you'll exhale and relax your hands down. To continue this way, do it a few more times. Your eyes can be open or closed. We're looking for a lot of space as you breathe in. Take that one arm up and turn the other palm forward. It's like there's a long line from one finger all the way to the opposite. And you'll exhale and relax back down. Switching from side to side. As you're moving these arms, you're inhaling, you're creating space not only in the front of the body, but in the back too. So you're not pulling the arms back. You're keeping the shoulders in a neutral position. Just letting the breath come in and create that space. 2 more on each side. So you'll breathe in, lift the arms gradually. As you exhale, you'll lower back down. See if you can feel the breath start, and then the movement follows with that. One more on each side. So we'll keep doing this movement with the arms. I'm going to add a forward fold. The next time you'll inhale, you'll take one arm up, the opposite hand turns forward, sort of reaching the fingertips away from each other, and you'll exhale and fold over the legs. You can bend your knees a bit. Toward the end of the exhale, both arms just softly rest down toward the legs. You'll take the same arm up, and the opposite arm back as you come all the way back up, and you'll exhale and relax your hands down. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. You'll breathe in and one arm goes up, the opposite hand turns forward. Begin the exhale and you'll fold forward over the legs, reaching the fingers away from each other until right at the end of the exhale. Then they relax down. Then as you begin your inhale, you'll feel the chest expand, you'll stretch the arms out, you'll come all the way back up. And you'll exhale and relax your hands back down. Do this a few more times at your own pace, alternating sides each time. Feel that breath start at the very center. Lifting the arms, expanding the body. As you exhale, the breath leads you into the forward fold. Again, as you inhale, you feel the breath extend the body, lift you back up. And as you exhale, the breath allows your shoulders to relax and release. Do a couple more on each side. Do one more this way on each side. Again, you're letting the breath start, and the movement comes from that. So you feel that breath right at the center, begin and expand and lift your arms. You feel the exhale begin, and it kind of draws you forward into the forward fold. And as you finish this one, have your eyes closed, just take a few breaths. Notice how your breath feels. Notice how that movement happens in you. There's kind of that quality again where there's a pattern that just repeats over and over. We're going to do one more standing here. This time you'll do both arms together. So more of a typical forward fold. You'll breathe in and take both arms up into that wide V shape. You'll breathe out and fold forward over the legs. You'll breathe in, so you'll let the inhale start and it reaches your arms forward and up. And you'll exhale and lower your arms down. So we'll do that a few more times, again at your own pace. And breathe in, lift the arms out. You'll fold forward as you exhale. Let your arms rest at the bottom of the forward fold. You'll breathe in and come all the way back up. And you'll breathe out and lower your hands down. About 3 or 4 more, just like that. So following your breath, letting the breath kind of guide you into the postures. Do one more like this. And feeling the inhale start, lift your arms. You feel the exhale begin, brings you out over the legs. The inhale begins, it lifts the upper back, it takes the arms forward. Exhale begins, you relax your arms down. Then just pause here as you finish this one. So keep your eyes closed, pause. Just take a few breaths. So you're checking in here. Notice how your body feels. So I'd like you to come to a seated position. And I recommend sitting on a chair if you have one that's comfortable, somewhat firm. Otherwise, sitting on the floor on a cushion can be nice too. But you want an upright spine here. So you'll sit in a way that's comfortable. If you're on a chair or a stool, your feet are on the floor. Your hands can rest in your lap. And come back to this place again where you're feeling the breath move in you. So you can close your eyes. You feel the chest rise and fall. You can bring your hands to the chest if you find that useful. We're going to do a really simple movement here. And again, it's not a huge movement, so not a big stretch. Just kind of moving with the breath. So you'll take a breath in just like this. And then as you breathe out, you'll lift one hand and you'll take it across toward the opposite shoulder, letting your head turn with it. So it's like you're watching your fingertips. And then you'll breathe in and you'll come all the way back. Just a little tiny twist. You'll exhale, you go to the other side. So your hand crosses over, your eyes kind of follow the fingertips as your head turns slightly. You'll breathe in and come back to the middle. Do this at your own pace. Each time you exhale, you're going to cross over to the side. As you breathe in, you'll come back to the middle. Do a couple more like that to each side. Now this time when you go to each side, I want you to stay there for 2 breaths. So you'll exhale and you'll cross over to the side. And you'll stay here and keep breathing. So you'll inhale, you'll feel the chest lift. You might feel the spine get a little taller. You'll stay here and breathe out. You might feel the shoulders soften or the chest fall. And stay for 1 more inhale and exhale. And then as you breathe in, you'll come back to the middle. You'll go to the other side. As you exhale, you'll cross over to that second side. And you'll stay for 2 breaths. You can letting the breath come in and out. You can close your eyes. On your inhale, you'll come back to the middle. Do that 1 more time on each side. You'll exhale and cross over to your first side. Just letting the head turn gently, shoulders relaxed. You'll feel the breath here, so you're feeling that breath begin right at the center of you. Take another breath in and out here. As you breathe in, you'll come back to the middle. And then to the other side 1 last time. You'll exhale and turn to the side. 2 breaths here. And your eyes can be closed. You're feeling the breath rise and fall within you. Good. As you breathe in, come back to the middle. Pause there. Just close your eyes for a breath. And very simply, take a breath in here, and then as you exhale, you'll slide forward over your legs. Your hands can slide down towards your feet. Then you'll breathe in and come all the way back up. See again if you can let your breath begin and the movement follow. So you feel that exhale start and you fold over the legs. Then you feel the inhale begin and it lifts you back up. One more just like that. You'll exhale and fold forward over your legs. And you'll inhale to come back up to your seat. And keep your eyes closed. Take a breath or two here. We're going to do a sound meditation, and we did this, something similar to it on Tuesday. But you'll be using the sound Om as an object to meditate on. I encourage you to make the sound yourself if you're comfortable with it. It's so powerful to hear yourself make the sound, to hear it in your own voice. It links you more strongly to it. And you feel it too happening in your body, which also creates a strong link. But if you're not comfortable making the sound, you're welcome to just listen to me making it and focus on that. I'm going to start by bringing the hands over the center of the chest. And just having your eyes closed. See again if you can feel the chest rise and fall with your breath. Notice how your breath feels. And imagine it beginning again at the very center of you. So as you begin that inhale, you feel the very center of you start to expand. That expansion moves outward to the chest and to the hands. And then that exhale begins right at the center too. And it's like it slowly, softly draws the chest and the hands back. Each exhale now, we're going to say the word Om. I'm just going to let it last through the whole exhale. Any volume you like is fine. You'll breathe in through your nose like normal. Keep going at your own pace, breathing in through the nose, saying Om as you exhale. Once more like that. So we'll keep the same thing. We're going to add the arms. As you breathe in, you'll open your arms like you did before. As you breathe out, you bring your hands back toward the center of the chest with the sound. You feel the inhale begin right at the center and it expands. When you'll exhale, you feel the chest fall, the hands come back as you make this sound. So a few more that way. One more just like this. The next time, I want you to say the sound Om, but very quietly, almost a whisper. Still following your breath. Feel the inhale start, expands the chest and the arms. You're exhaling with a quiet sound as your hands come back. 2 more just like that. As you finish this one, keep your hands here at the center of your chest for a moment. Keep your eyes closed. And each time you exhale, this time silently, just in your mind, you hear the sound Om, kind of repeating or echoing. Each time you breathe in, you feel the chest rise, you feel the breath move through you. Each time you exhale, as the breath leaves, you're just hearing the sound Om. I want you to focus on how the sound makes you feel. Each time you exhale, you're imagining this word Om, imagining it in your own voice. And just notice how it makes you feel. See if you can take that feeling and expand it through your whole system. However that makes sense to you. So each time you exhale, you have this feeling that the sound gives you, and you're bringing that feeling to your whole system. You might imagine that it's your whole body making the sound. You might feel it all through the different parts of you at the same time. Each time you exhale, you bring this feeling through your whole system. And then just rest with that feeling. It's present all throughout you. Your hands can stay at the center of your chest. Take a rest in your lap. Keep your eyes closed, a few more breaths, and just be with this feeling that's in you. I encourage you to stay with this feeling as long as it interests you and come back to it. You can do this practice again You can just do this last part where you kind of reconnect with this feeling and bring it through your system. Anytime you feel scattered or disconnected or like you're reaching around outside yourself, just come back in. When you're ready to close your practice, you can bring your hands to your lap. As you breathe out, just simply fold forward and kind of ease the hips in the back a little bit. And you'll breathe in and come back up. You can do that a couple more times at your own pace. I thank you so much for watching this morning, for joining me for this practice. I'm teaching Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30. Please join me for the practice or use them later if that doesn't fit your schedule. You can subscribe to my channel to get reminders when I'm coming on with a live video, and please share it with others if you think they'll find it helpful. Thank you so much. Namaste.